So I've always been a fiercely independent person. When I was in college, I went backpacking to Europe by myself, twice. I've always had a lot of autonomy in pretty much every job I've ever had, and even in my marriage to my amazing husband Mike, we have a completely compatible and supportive relationship, and we also like to do very different things. For example, he's a musician, an actor, a photographer, and somewhat of a homebody. I'm a singer, an actor, a film producer, director, and I really try to be a homebody, but I usually end up saying yes to pretty much everything that comes my way, which is potentially how I ended up here tonight. So I'm fiercely independent in every facet of my life. It's really important to me, and it really enriches my soul. So when my friend Rich came to me and said, look, when you're out at Burning Man, I need you to promise me, no matter what, you were going to spend at least one morning, one afternoon, an entire day by yourself, I thought, do you know who you're talking to? Of course I'll do that, no problem. But have you ever been to Burning Man? Who here has been to Burning Man? Okay, for those who haven't, it's vast, expansive, 7 miles wide. It's a city filled with thousands of people, camps, villages, art cars, art sculptures. Everywhere you go, there are people offering you food, coffee, tea. There are bars offering you drinks. There are art cars that you can dance on. There are places that you can spin fire, sing, dance, have sex. Every kind of distraction imaginable. So it surprised me, and Mike, I think, that when we got to Burning Man, we ended up spending all our time together. Together we participated in a wedding on an art car. We hung out with our campmates and cooked wonderful dinners. Together we played games with fire. We climbed incredible towers of art. Together we stayed out all night dancing, and we cuddled with strangers in pillows and cuddle oceans. Together we would go on my friend Rich's camp every single morning for coffee. That became our ritual. So one morning we stopped by our friend Rich's camp, and he says, so, you guys done anything separately yet? I look at Mike. No? He says, come on, you guys. I know you, Jen, you're independent. Go out there, go out and have a good time. You guys will have fun. Yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah, why wouldn't we do that? Why wouldn't I do that? And I started thinking, but how would we know when to meet up? And what if I want to come back for lunch and he doesn't? What if he wants to come back for dinner and I don't? What if he wants to stay out all night? What if I don't come back? I don't actually say any of this out loud, but Rich knows the furrowed brow on my face and goes, Jen, stop overanalyzing it and just go. Do it. I promise you. It will enrich your life and your soul in a way that you could possibly not even begin to imagine. And you never know what kind of adventure you might find. Keyword, adventure. Okay, so I decided I'm going to go out on a sunrise adventure all by myself the next morning. Take some photos I've been wanting to of some of the art that I haven't seen. Just be on my own. 4:45 a.m. my alarm goes off. What the hell was I thinking? It's freezing cold. It's pitch black out. I am not getting out of this warm bed. All right, fine. Mike's snoring. I'm out of here. I leave. I go outside. I get on all my warm clothes. I grab my camera. Me by myself, my water bottle, and my bike. And I set off into the darkness for my adventure. You know, at first I really missed Mike. I thought, God, I wish he was here to see all this. And then I got that familiar feeling of forging a path all on my own, and I got really excited. And I started to pedal faster, and I passed all kinds of really cool things, like an art car made completely of denim jeans, and a tower made of penis slides, and Barbie death camp. As the darkness started to fade away, I pedaled out to the Esplanade, and I saw this weird exhibit that looked like an old hair salon, complete with head washing sinks and, you know, those old dome dryers that would come down over your head. And right as I arrive at the exhibit, 4 other people show up at exactly the same time and jump into the chairs and start posing and taking pictures. And I kind of just stood there watching them, and they go, come join us. And I said, all right. So I jump into the chairs and I start posing, and I act like an old salon gossip, and then I'm, you know, smiling for the camera. And then they said, come join us on an adventure. that were to come back. I hesitated. I really wanted to take my photos of my art, and I wanted to prove that I was being independent. How could I do that if I was joining these people? But then I heard Rich's voice in my head to go wherever the adventure would take me. So I said, okay. So with that, we get on our bikes and we start riding out across the Esplanade. And I said, where are we going? And they're like, we don't know, but we'll find out. I said, okay. So we're cruising along back and forth on our bikes and laughing some moments, and other moments we're just silent, just enjoying each other's company with the wind and the dust. And then all of a sudden, we all shift simultaneously, as if compelled by some unspeakable force, from the most beautiful voice I've ever heard in my entire life singing. And we all shift simultaneously. And I look up ahead of me, just as the light starts to peek out from behind the mountains. And there, standing aboard as if she's commanding her own ship, is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. A beautiful, raven-haired goddess, all in white. And she's singing on top of a giant golden dragon art car, Praxis. We hastily lock our bikes and climb up to the top. And just as we do, the sun paints the sky with its pastel colors. And I look around me, and people are in white, dressed everywhere, dancing, flowing. People below us, but below the art car, are singing and laughing and dancing. Some are spitting fire. Some are sitting quietly, meditating. Others are holding each other, waiting for the inevitable arrival of the sun. And just as the sun finally makes its appearance, I turn around and my friends are gone. And I think to myself, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be.